Money. Welcome to the project. If it's TDP, you can bet it's must-see TV. Real talk, having real talks with the TBE. The best ever, letting me be me. We be always busy and they hate that. They gotta see Miggy in his Maybach. Hater couldn't hit me till they listen to a playback. What I owe you, cause like really this the payback. No Diddy, take that. See in profit, we can pop it till it's over. See the vision can't be cropped unless I'm chopping it through Nova. Kato jumping in and out of pocket like a soldier. Cause like really to touch every single topic is a project. Let me show you. Up to something like my hand on a cannon. Push a button like I'm Lando or Landon. Climbing up the charts, how you smart but you can't understand it. You will never see us famished, so vanish, for real. Welcome to the project.
So listen, we live? Let me know when you're ready. Make sure that mic is off too. That one doesn't need to be on. Your mic is on. You're good. Orlando, how you feeling, my brother?
I'm doing good, sir. How about yourself, man? It's been a while,
good, man. You started off the last podcast and you created some controversy.
I was just talking to the nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's just some regular, simple shit. It's crazy how this shit works, but I was just giving the man some real ass advice, bro.
Yeah, it's the first time I didn't start off a podcast and then you started a whole bunch of controversy.
Who was it with?
Fatboy.
S.E.?
Yeah.
What?
So he said he started off the content creation world, and without him, there would be no Drewski. And then,
you mean all the skits?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was basically coming from like the world star. You know how like when you have a nigga on your show, you be like, bro, we got so-and-so in the building, da-da-da. So I'm hyping the nigga up. I'm like, bro, you was a man on world star. Without you, we wouldn't have the DC on flies, the this, the that. The nigga took the shit and ran with it. Like, just went crazy with it. And, like, he getting a little bit of backlash behind it. But it was a vibe. Like, because you remember them times that nigga used to have to be the top page on World Star. He used to really be that shit.
I attacked him when I didn't know who he was. It was something going on. It was like a bunch of weed or something he had did. I didn't know he was like a content creator.
Right.
So I said some crazy shit about it. And they started tagging him, and he got a hold of me like, damn, Wack, we don't even know each other. Why you hating on my program? And I was like, bro, he like, yo, Wack, that's a skit. I said, yo, you doing a great job because I believe this shit. You know what I'm saying? So ever since then, we've been locked in, though.
That's dope. And I think it's accurate. Like, me and him spoke after that, and what I told him was, look, this is content. This is the world it is. Like, what you're saying it wasn't disrespectful, but no matter what.
It don't matter.
All the people are going to take it that way anyway. So just run with it. Drewski reposted it.
Yep.
And you obviously were there early on with Drewski and y'all worked together. So let that be a conversation between you two and let the internet does what it does.
The man or the individual that's striving to be liked by all in this space will never reap the full benefits. Because if you're liked by all, you're missing the majority. And the majority are the ones that don't like you. The ones that don't like you will watch you and comment and talk about you more than the ones that do like you.
And you know what's wild is last week we sit down with Edgar Berlanga at the Zuffa boxing signing. And I know you got some things in the works, right, with sports. Max Kellerman says, a fan asked Max Kellerman about the casuals. And he said, listen, we want all the casuals for Zuffa boxing. He says, you can't tell me that when there's a Super Bowl or a team in the NFL that they have 70 million fans that are all diehard fans. A lot of those are casuals, people that really don't know about sports, watch it just a couple times a year, but they're hardcore into that specific game, and they're spending money into that sport, into that game. We want the casuals. Like for somebody to sit there and alienate them, it's a big mistake. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah. And bro, I mean, these days, listen, man, if you don't want to be talked about, then you stay out the way. And those in this game, right, you only gonna grow by being talked about.
Facts.
Now, the people that got longevity of the game are the ones that can talk to different crowds. I can go on Clubhouse and light 50 fires on some straight asshole shit. Right?
Right.
And then sit with Adam and listen to him talk about all his crossover, I might be bisexual type shit he be on, right? And do that. And then I could go on Vlad and just simply vibe.
Right.
Or just go on my own channel and talk to the youth about why it's not good to gangbang.
There you go.
So he's like, some of these people one-dimensional because they don't have nothing to talk about but you. Some people gotta wait, and I feed a lot of people because I'll do shit and they'll clip it and then they'll use it and then they'll create their little 15 minutes clip. And that's cool, that's what it's about. But once you understand the algorithm,
yeah.
Because I think I'm the guy that don't work his channel, but know how to stay in the algorithm.
Yeah, I understand. Cause you still everywhere.
You get what I'm saying? So I don't do what a lot of people do because I simply don't have the time to do it. Like, people be like, yo, what are you doing? Because I'm not always, is everybody that's flooding and pumping my name in their channels, which keeps me there. I don't, half the shit, when you look at it, it ain't me sitting in front of a camera doing nothing. I'll go on Clubhouse for 20 minutes and just go crazy.
Yeah, but you're listen, you are so good at it that even when people know, they don't know. Right? You start off our show last time and you're like, but what about homegirl from the Fountain Blue? Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I'm in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I go in.
You with it.
But he said it to me prior, right? And I was going to drop that clip. He said it to me prior. He's like, oh, you professional? We'll see.
Yeah.
Go along, right? So he does it. At first I go to back out and then I dive in. Now there's pictures, dead ass, of me and Krishan
at the Fountain Blue.
At the Fountain Blue. Yeah. That people are saying that are like,
that's what Wack talking about.
And it's just they're creating their own images. They're doing AI images. They're like, I know you were there, and I know that you went.
Videos
and
too,
I'm like,
bro.
damn, like I thought the direction we were going at that time was so far different, but it worked because it created that moment. So that's what I'm saying. They know, but they don't know. Yeah. And it creates viral moments that went viral a couple weeks ago.
And the only thing I'm concerned about is this. Yo, did you hear what Wack said about Danza? Where? On the Danza project, at that point I did my job.
Yeah, word.
I just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now they go there to find out what I said and discover all this other content. Yeah. Now it's a subscribe, a share, and they're telling their family and friends about the Danza project. And a lot of people I sit down where they like, Wack, you know how to do your own interview, but you also know how to incorporate cross-promoting the platform.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because all your content, it always has a purpose.
Yeah,
so like like what there's a saying, the question is, what's the play behind it? Because there is a play. There is no mindless content.
No, it's definitely always something going on. And I'm gonna be real, I've been watching his show. I'm like, damn, he got a classy show. But he still was stepping into the mud. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But he was doing it in a professional, clean way. So I was trying to figure out, who's his ops and who people he fuck with. And I couldn't figure it out. It's only a few people he holds back on. Yeah. Only a couple people I'm like, he holds back. That must be his guy. We get it. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, man, this is one of those platforms I think that could cross over into that different type of lane.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? What happened to your co-host?
We went out and we did the Edgar Berlanga interview, and then he went out to Power Slap.
Oh, got you.
Yep. So he's actually flying back in from Vegas now.
Got you.
But he's also the one that cut the wires to the AC last time.
Yeah. Oh, what the last time? Listen, and that's another thing I know Danza appreciate. Listen, I'm not no new up and coming artist. I ain't none of that. I'm a man that been living comfortable for a long time. Last time we were here, the AC went out. It wasn't working. We in here bake it and cook it. My wife had on all white. She had to go dry off. But I know what Danza appreciated. I didn't do no crime about it. We just thugged it out.
Yeah, you did.
Most people would have been like, man, you know what? You know, like Cram, like, listen, bro, things happen.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But that's how you build your relationships.
Yeah, facts, absolutely. And at the end of the day, I genuinely enjoy it. Like, I think it's not that I be sparing people.
Yeah, you be sparing.
I don't think I spare them.
You spare Max B.
Nah, I don't think I spare Max B at all.
You got all the paperwork.
Yeah, but
you didn't go over none of it.
I definitely don't go over anything. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit there and pretend like I do. But I will say this: I'm the type of dude where I don't really dive into it because I don't know the situation, so I stay the fuck out of it.
And it was super early.
And I'm gonna put it just like this. I've said this before. I say this a lot. I got an interview coming out where I speak on this in depth. I caught a case back in 2011. I took my plea deal. The dude that told me to took the plea deal is the one that everybody was like, oh, he must have ratted on him, right? That dude told me, take care of my son, everybody's ghosting. You stay home, you take care of my son, take your plea deal, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I had to do that. Right?
There's nothing wrong with taking a plea deal. It's how you take it.
Yeah, exactly. But that happens, and judgment passed on. I had to punch a few people back in the mouth back.
But why? You didn't mention him, did you?
What do you mean?
You just mentioned what you did, right?
Yeah. No, I'm talking about back in the day that happened, right? But you know, when people in the streets would be like, oh, this and that. Yeah. All I'm saying is I try not to assume because I never know the scenarios of what goes on.
We don't assume. You know, we got the documentation. Yeah, you understand.
The exposures. I know.
Hey, listen, I swear, one thing I can say, he ain't part. I'll send him something, and he don't open it. Like, he'll know if it's one of them documents. And I laugh because I know he's not gonna open it.
Yeah.
If he gets a document that says the people love for me, he don't open it because he know if he open that, it's on. Then it's a conversation. Yeah. So some people that ain't their lane. It's just like, it's just not my lane. I'm gonna let y'all talk about it.
That's the point.
But it's not my lane. You know what I'm saying?
But in that aspect, I get what you're saying. But there's other people that I'll speak to that I kind of understand where they're at, or I see their pain and why they see the world that way. Just because I've always been the person that everybody runs to talk to. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody got their reasons. Everybody got, like, if I was Max B on some real shit, and if I was Max B, and I did what he did, like, ask him the situation. And I understand it because his brother called. He just called me the other day. Everything I get from Pooh Sims, the Code D. He sends it to me. He briefs me before he calls me. He briefs me, and he'll send it to me. Right?
Yeah.
So if I was Max B, I would have just said straight up, hey, bro, he got 120 years. I don't feel they ever gonna let him go because he was actually there. He was the gunman. So all I did was I collaborated what they already knew to free myself. I'd have just said it straight like that.
He did say that.
No, he didn't. No. What he originally led with, and this what kills him all. While he was in jail doing the interview, I had to entertainment attorney, and because I had an entertainment attorney fight my criminal case, it was a conflict. So based upon that, I was able to come back down. He came with all that. Now, but you haven't read it, when you read the document, right? And Max B only got one more missile to send at you. It'll be here shortly, and just one more. But when you read the document, had nothing to do with the entertainment attorney and the conflict of interest. What he did was this. Pooh Sims has remained to say he's innocent, right?
Right.
He got like 120-something years. So, of course, he's filing all his paperwork to attempt to get back down on appeal.
Right.
Max B was not physically there, but he was part of the initial conversation of the setup, how it was going to happen, who was involved. So what Max B did is when he went back to court to get it knocked down from 75 to 20, he collaborated everything the police and the DA said happened. Did you guys discuss this prior to him going? Yes, we did. What was the plan? To rob them. To what extreme? He said even if he had to shoot to kill, he would. What happened? Him and Miss Conway went. Miss Conway brought the information back. They went in this. He came back, told me he ended up shooting this dude. They got 800 a laptop, boom, boom, boom. So now, Pooh Sims Code D has just collaborated the DA side.
Right.
Pooh Sims bring his ass back down for a goddamn appeal. They might give him 400 years now because they got even more evidence against him now than they had when he got to 120. So what he did, he kind of killed dude off. Now, Wack, maybe dude would have never got out with shit. Max B has 75. They thought he would never get out, and he found a way to get out. Right. Whatever he did. So, you know, at the end of the day, I only got one more scud, and I'm done with you. This last scud is, you know, I kind of do it in phases. We run the work. I know he's gonna combat it, and then the last phase is I'm gonna let the people hear you, what you said, your voice, and then you can fight yourself.
So there's a tape.
Definitely. That's a fact.
Make America wave again. Make America wave again.
But I will say this. I'm
a Max B fan.
I want to give props and tell Max B, man, I wouldn't give a damn what French Montana did. What he said, I wouldn't care less if he promised you an umbrella and he owned an umbrella company and he didn't show up and give you one. The loyalty and the friendship that man has showed him, he bet not never utter a word, a disgruntled word against French Montana in his life, because French got 9 million reasons to bag up. He stood in the fire, allowed him to attach himself to him.
Right.
Songs, compilations, collabs, and tours. Bro, without French, the fire would have burnt him. Yeah. But because French kept him moving, while this is going on, we got a song on the radio.
Yeah.
Right? And since you say you a Max B fan, I'm going to keep it real. I don't know Max B like that, ain't got nothing against him. But this verse he got on that French song ain't it, bro. I'm saying this one song. I don't know about his overall catalog. I hear he got some things.
There's definitely records where you gotta freshen up and get back to business. This last one, but he's got some records.
I don't know where he was at with this. I was like, is he playing? But I guess
he was locked up for like 20 years though, right?
But okay, what I'm saying is,
she said, "Daddy, won't you come over?"
Bro, this last one. So okay, when they told you,
I got felony.
They got a French and Max song coming on, right? They got a French and Max song coming on, right?
Yeah.
You like, oh, I gotta hear this. You wasn't expecting that. Keep it real, bro. I ain't knocking him for his overall work because I don't know it.
I'm just saying, Max B, like, he invented the whole wavy shit, and that wavy shit is not lyrical. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is it needs time. After 20 years, it needs let the guy get out, do some, listen to some beats.
So you're agreeing with me? To it. That one wasn't it.
The specific song,
that specific verse.
Okay,
on that song.
I don't think that every song that he did was dope. No.
We talking about this specific one.
I don't know which one you're talking about though, because he had a couple singles.
The one he got out with French.
He got a
few of them.
Yeah.
So the one that's on the radio.
There's a few of them. Oh, you talking about like the last one?
Bro, you know what the hell I'm talking about.
It's
stop capping.
It's this bitch.
French did his thing. There you go. Bro, when he got to his verse, I was like, yo.
Fire though, he killed it.
What?
He killed it. I'm just a Max B fan though, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Max B fan, goddammit. But what's up with old homeboy from Terror Squad, Pistol Pete? Is it really like that aggressive towards that? Because he's always somebody that's been thorough and held it down.
I know Pete. And me and Pete know each other personally. Right? You know, me and Fat Joe ran into each other Super Bowl weekend. And they cleared the room out. Niggas got the running and all kind of shit. That nigga Fabolous got little. Got up out of there. We was at the Empire. They had a little thing. They just brought their office, which is an old Wells Fargo bank building. And like he like, yo, let me show you what we did to the vault. I ain't never been in a bank vault. I'm like, shit. Let me check the vault. So we get down there, Fat Joe down there.
Oh shit.
That's my man. That's bro, right? So, you know, when Fat Joe see me immediately, yo, Wack, you know how Fat Joe, I'm like, yo, Joe, we gotta talk, man, about my man, Pistol, man, you SMB'd him, right? That's what he said, right? So I'm like, yo, Joe, listen, man, it been going on. You should have been wanting to talk to him first. Said he been running content. He come up there with the big U shit, which he shouldn't have got involved. He like, but Wack, you know, that's my man. I said, that's my man too. You my man. Joe, every time your name, he said, every time my name come up, Wack, you always treat me like a brother. I don't get one thing I can say. I said, so why when my name come up, you don't extend the same? He looked at me. He said, but Wack, it's gonna be ugly. I said, it's gonna be ugly on both sides, Joe. I said, my thing is, was I right or wrong? He said, yo, Wack, we didn't know he was a rat. He lied. Pistol Pete didn't know. I said, so why he ain't double back up there or double down and be like, yo, you came on my show, you violated, lied. This nigga Wack then came with the motherfucking paperwork. Right. Everything you said, you didn't do, he's showing you did. And you had me really addressing this man, defending you based upon, you know, I'm taking your word for it. Right. Joe looked at me and said, yo, you right. I said, so
He's kind of sounds like it was fucking
But while I was going on, Joe, man, security is there. I've been knowing this man for 20-something years. Right. So it's like, we all good because we know each other, right? But my team is there, Joe team is there, and all we see is Fabolous over there. Boy, as soon as it kicked off and he saw the approach, he got out of there, right? But Joe, my man, like that's bro, always gonna be bro. And him and Pistol Pete is tight. And me and Pistol Pete, I thought had a relationship, but I think he keeps allowing others to get in his ear to back they play when he should be doing what you do. Hey, bro, that's some West Coast shit, or that's some shit ain't got nothing to do with me. Right. You wanna come up here and talk about it, cool, but I can't jump in the fire with you like I'm against something or standing with something, because even with that, he's like, yo, even with that, Wack, we didn't see we see the contract with the man is with the police, and we didn't know, we going off. I said, but why Pistol Pete ain't saying, well, Wack my man too, I'ma stay out of that. So since he wanna come in and give his opinion, we give an opinion.
Right, he get it too now.
That's just what it is, right? You know, that's my guy, but you know, anything come up with Joe, Pete, your movement is kill all rats. We put the work in front of you. You never double back and address, right, the lie that was told on your platform. Screw what I'm saying, what he's saying. Here it go. This man said they'll never show me on the stand mentioning anybody's name. Was Pooh Sims the shooter? Yes, he was. Before he went over there, did he tell you that he was shooting to kill? Yes, he did. And then in the paperwork, it says, I assisted the DA by helping you locate and find Gina Conway. What did it say? I mean, yo, don't get mad at me. So at that point, Joe looking at me like, I said, you need to holler at him. But Joe, out of respect to you, I'm always honoring what you asked me, you bro. Right. That's bro. Him and Game is tight. You know the whole Game 50 Cent shit was behind Joe. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's Joe. Joe's always been a man of respect in my book. Even when I was doing the Big Pun project with his wife, before I took the project, I hit Joe. Joe, I'm here with Big Pun's wife. Right. She wants me to assist her in this. I know it's been some turmoil. You good with it. You got my blessing, Wack, because I know you're going to do what's right. Yeah. And he said, but I think you're going to run into a brick wall, which I did. I went to do it, took her to Paradigm, settled down with Andrew Ruff, put all the writers behind him, the team, everything behind her. And they called me about 2 months in and like, yo, Wack, we don't know if you want to be, your name tag. I said, why is that? He was like, it's going to make Big Pun look like a monster. Damn. I said, what? He said, 85% is some real deep, dark, domestic shit. So I called her. I said, yo, she like, Wack, that's my truth. I said, yeah, but the fans know Big Pun, how they know Big Pun. I'm not saying I speak your truth, but can we like 80-20? 80, you know, who he was as a child and what he did in music and his struggles in that, and you know, y'all like relationship shit, bit, right? You know, kind of like some Ike and Tina type shit. You know, we saw what Ike did with the abuse. We got it, but we also saw the bit. You know what I'm saying? Even with the Jackson 5, we seen with Joe how Joe was on the kids, but we saw, and I was like, you know what? Let me talk to your kids, because I thought I could persuade the kids. I get on the phone with the kids. I'm like, yo, I'm telling your mom this, so your dad shit can come out. They like, yo, Pops, yo, Wack, fuck him. That's her truth. So now at this time, it's already the fake narrative that I hate New York. What you think happens if some Big Pun shit movie come out and it's 85% him looking like a monster 15% hip hop, executive produced by Wack100.
Yeah.
They gonna swear to God so I had to pull back.
From the bottom, it got crazy.
Yeah. I'm reading this shit. I'm like, and guess what, bro? I couldn't be mad at her. But I'm like, politically, it's not politically correct.
Yeah.
For me to, cause the shit I was reading is wow.
Yeah, perspectives too. Yeah, you know I mean, when somebody's not there to be able to defend themselves against shit, it makes it a little bit tough too. Because, you know, there's always...
I mean, the takeaway for me for all these stories is that you are taking the time out to holler at these people offline, have real conversations, and if more people learn from that, we would have less of the bullshit we seeing right now.
I mean, well, right now, everything is... Black Hollywood, they burning it down.
Is it,
bro?
Is it stupidity though?
Well, it's stupidity, but I will say this: it's stupidity in every genre, in every era, in every building.
But ain't this some of the dumbest shit you ever seen in your life?
This Pooh Shiesty shit is the most. I don't understand the math. I don't get it. That's like saying, right, when you get to Ocean Avenue, that's a border check, right? And you know you don't got proper clearance paperwork, right? And you like, yo, I'ma steal Danza car that drives itself, and I know the first place it goes is to the checkpoint on Ocean. And you know you ain't got no papers. I'm trying to figure out, once you made this man sign this contract, what were you gonna do with it? Were you gonna go to Atlantic and tell Atlantic, hey, the dude that you paid for 4 albums for me that I only turned in one of, here go a document saying I'm free from all y'all. Cause Gucci couldn't give the man back his masters or change the deal if he wanted to, cause he owe Atlantic 4 albums. Atlantic's in control of that. You still owe 3. What you probably should be on your 4th, but you just walked off a bid, but took up time to 2 albums. So it's like nothing you could do with that document to release you. You're really sitting in the federal penitentiary looking at 20 to 40 years for a plan that even if it worked, wouldn't work.
Well, I don't think he consulted a lawyer before he did any of this shit.
Word, but you know what the thing is like, I hear what you're saying and it's accurate, right? And then you got, because I talk to a lot of people that glorify street shit, and in their brain it's, what else was he supposed to do?
Sometimes who's supposed to do?
Pooh Shiesty.
You conduct business.
I already had these conversations with people, but that is what they're saying. What else is he supposed to do?
You mean with the peasants?
No, they're saying Pooh Shiesty. What else was he supposed to do in that situation to get out of that deal?
And I say this, listen.
Okay, you're right.
My analogy is the noblemen and the peasants, right? Noblemen don't mingle with the peasants. The peasants don't know what's being talked about at the table of noblemen. Peasant is gonna see a peasant way. They don't understand the business, what you were supposed to do if, in fact, which I don't believe it, understanding the climate of today.
Right.
that a certain individual offered you 15 million, but let's entertain that. Right? They offered you 15 million, you can get free from your contract.
Yeah.
You supposed to go to Gucci and say, Gucci, I got 5 million for a buyout, and I'm gonna give you an override on 2 of my albums.
What's an override?
An override means you still get paid off of them some points.
Right.
It may not have been a 50%. He may say, I'm gonna give you a 10% override on my albums. And I'm gonna give you 5 million. And what we're gonna do is those 3 albums that you have JV with Atlantic, we're gonna transfer those obligations to this said person.
Right.
Whatever numbers they plugging in, they plugging in. Atlantic don't give a damn long as they get their 3 albums. Whatever they stipulations are will remain the same, and that other person that's sitting in the Gucci seat has to renegotiate or accept those terms. That's what he could have did. Like, you don't, bro, you don't bring street business, street methods to the corporate building. Last time that happened, Suge Knight ran an Interscope with 100 million. Now, one person can't walk in Interscope without you being shortstopped immediately. Security, everything was changed after that.
Right.
Right? I guarantee you he wasn't finna go up there to Atlantic playing with Elliott like that. Right?
Yeah.
So what you mean? You don't do that. Like, you just did a bunch of work. It's like building this house. There's no rebar, right? There's no goddamn joist beams. You just built a house with no foundation.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen, bro?
Some of the dumbest shit we've ever seen in our life. That's what ended up happening.
Yeah, and I didn't get. Did you want to do it just to put it in a song?
Sound like it. So you can go back to prison and be a legend.
I'm saying, like, okay, what was you gonna gain from this? I don't, bro, you can't take a paper and say, hey, Atlantic, see, Gucci signature right there, release me. Well, we don't know about what you got going on with Gucci. You owe us 3 motherfucking hours.
Yeah.
We already paid Gucci Mane this amount.
Right.
And whatever he did with you, we don't know. Right? And then this thing that Gucci Mane owed him 25 million. In order for Gucci Mane to owe this dude $25 million, 103 million would have had to been made already. Let's say Atlantic gave Gucci 3 million, right? You got to recoup the 3 million, and let's say he has a 50-50 with Atlantic 1017. And let's just say 1017 got a 50-50 with Pooh Shiesty, right?
Right.
That means the first 3 million that comes in stays with Atlantic. This is what they gave Gucci, and from that 3 million, he did a deal with Pooh.
Right.
So now let's get to the 100 million. 50-50 means 100 million, recoup, 50% of that goes to 1017. That's 50 million.
Right.
And then 1017 has to deal with Pooh Shiesty. Let's just assume it's 50%, right? Now, 50% of 50%, right, is really 25% of the whole number.
Right. Yeah.
So now your 50% is 25 million.
Yeah.
So that means Pooh Shiesty would have had to generate 103 million. He dropped 1 album, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's not there.
Right.
They paying these people with publishing $5,200 per million streams. Just be realistic.
Yeah, in order to do that, you'd have to do 400 million in order for his to be 103. Because he
No,
gets
you gotta
25%.
do more than that, because at 100 million streams,
No,
it's only
I'm saying
$53,000.
I'm saying the amount of money they would have had to make was $400 million in order for him to be owed 103.
Exactly.
You know, because that's the 25%.
It don't make it. You know, people just talking. I don't know, man. I think the young man, I don't know what happened, bro. I don't know. I know his father wasn't a great mentor because his father was more concerned about his son.
His father was with him.
His son pulling back from him because I didn't talk to his father. Man, the little nigga acting like he'd stop fucking with me. So he was more concerned with his son, like cutting him off. You get what I'm saying? And now the feds dropped the paperwork on this dumbass daddy. His dad is in handcuffs in the back of the car saying, yeah, I knew y'all was coming. I got some surveillance information that told me when y'all was coming and this was this and that and this. So now they're using that in court to say this man got access to some inside shit to know the federal government's movement. So now he's a flight risk if you let him out. He'll know when we're coming if we have to come to escape. So he's like, I don't know what, and he been to the bed. He a rat too though. You know, we dropped his paperwork. As soon as the Gucci Mane paperwork came out of the Dallas PD, the statements that was made in there.
Dude,
you know,
how the fuck does this dude have paperwork on
we dropped, you know, we the exposed.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to my shout out to the exposed.
We can't even have a conversation about this nobody. And he's like, well, we dropped that last week.
This
too.
shit be making me think of The Wire when they had to
He got a 5K1. He got a 5K1 2009. He did what he did. But right now, what I do know is this. His attorney's an idiot. Now, I went back and forth with his attorney on the internet.
Oh, he's a good attorney.
Nah, he's an idiot.
He's a good attorney.
No,
Brad Cohen?
He's an idiot. Because Pooh Shiesty's father had to tell him, they told me, hey, bro, stop going back and forth with Wack100. You're saying shit that he's making you say things that in your world are okay, but in our world, it's not okay.
Right.
He just made your dumb ass get up there and say, we were able to prove that other people had guns, and that's how we got Pooh from 10 years to 4. See, in our world, that don't sound right. What do you mean? You wasn't there, was you? I wasn't there. So who told you the information to prove they had guns, right? So he said that Wack got the proffer. Stop. You think you're doing a good thing, but the way you think, that those rules don't fit down here. But this dude went on there and said, Pooh Shiesty was at the damn whatever, Staples or whatever.
Yeah.
Because he was printing the rap lyrics for the featured artist to come in. This is what he says, right?
That's the lawyer saying that shit?
The lawyer says
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Now, here's the thing. You could take that phone and bust that phone on the ground because the feds kicked in the door. And you got stuff in there you don't want them to see. Will they be able to see that information right now today? Probably not. But all they're gonna do is contact Apple, get access to your cloud, and see everything. So guess what? Pooh Shiesty went to the Staples with an angle monitor. They know what Staples you went to. Mm-hmm. They know what time you was there. They're gonna go in there and check the cameras, see that you went to desk 2. They're gonna go to desk 2. Do you recall this day? Yeah. Okay, can you pull up what they had you print? And they're gonna go right in the system and pull up what they had him print. Now, my question to you, we've all been in the studio with artists. Some come off the head, and those that's writing right where? Right on that goddamn phone.
Yeah.
I don't think when they print whatever they're gonna print, it's gonna be rap lyrics. I think when they print what they're gonna print, it's gonna be the contract. So now, attorney, you gonna be the laughing stock. He shouldn't even spoke on it. I would have left that alone.
He pops his shit though. So we've heard him talk back and forth. You know what I'm saying? So he is somebody that's always popped his shit. So I think that most people would have expected him to do that.
And as an attorney, that ain't necessarily good. Because you'll fuck around and say some shit that you shouldn't say, so now the DA can prepare for how you gonna come.
Word.
Or say what you said, and then when the paperwork come out and it was something totally different, you gotta deal with the scrutiny of being the laughing, the joke.
I saw something else interesting about it that I don't want to speak on air, but I saw something else that I think that is wild about how all the attorneys are moving now. It's funny. The industry really changed.
Big 30 attorney
utilizing the internet.
Big 30 attorney went down and did an interview with Vlad. He talking about the details.
Yeah, they're utilizing
the internet,
bro.
They're trying to sway people.
Well, they trying to sway.
They want clout. You about to say it? You know what's
they want clout, but
they're trying to sway people right now.
Well,
I'll say that. I'll explain that later.
Well, I don't know. I mean, whatever they sway with, the government comes and puts out the paperwork, Like, for instance, before Puffy went to trial, before they arrested him, they showed the tapes, everything. Somewhere in the world was Puffy's jury.
Yeah.
So before
that's what I'm saying.
They pulled him in, everybody seen it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They're doing that right now on the internet. It's crazy right now.
Yeah, but how the hell is your attorney gonna do it, bro? You got to. The DA they put the physical out. It's here. You saying some shit that you better have something to back it. So I wish him the best of luck, but I just didn't.
Now let's put you in them shoes. Game tries to come at you in that you're in the studio and you got to deal with that shit.
Well, I'm gonna be real. I think the difference between me and Gucci is that I'm not that comfortable. Gucci, and people keep saying, oh, I'm like, look, bro, the Gucci man we knew back then, when we heard the things we saw and all that, if you haven't been paying attention, that's a different guy today. Gucci Man and Mike Tyson are two of the same. Before Mike went to jail, he'd beat a dude, he'd tell him, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, beat him and stand over him and walk out. Mike went to jail and got out with a new attitude, beat a dude, pray, and then wipe the sweat off the dude's face and say, I'm sorry. Am I lying? We're like, yo, where's Killer Mike? He ain't there no more. That ain't him. Right? Within time, everybody, God willing, everybody changed. Listen, bro, once upon a time, my street name was CK Wack. That's what it was in the game file. Now, I do business with Crips. I got Crips signed to me. I got Crip comrades, partners, Crips that I trust with my life. Right? I don't disrespect them, whether they in front of me on regular casual conversation.
All right.
Right? I've changed. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once upon a time, I take nigga when I'm banged out. Nigga, you a gang, I'm a gangbanger. I'm woo-woo. Now I'm quick to tell you I'm not a gangbanger. I'm from where I'm from. I can't change where I come from.
Right.
But I'm not a gangbanger. So I think Pooh Shiesty, he didn't do the math. This is not a street thing. You called this man to come have a meeting with you. Y'all said y'all gonna work it out. He came down and he just had his best friend, his cameraman, his one security, normal shit. He's thinking we gonna work out the details and work in the studio. Pooh Shiesty, if you was gonna come with that, you should have went all the way. Which, that ain't the place to do it. There's 50 million cameras got you driving there. 50 million cameras got you there. It just don't make sense. And I'm gonna be real. Hope my black people don't get mad at me. I've never seen 9 black people in a situation and 1 or 2 of them didn't go bad. Especially out of the 9, only 3 got an attorney. What? We about to get evicted. What? You don't even got an attorney. He ain't even nothing. How you asking me to put money on your books? What? I'm going out tonight. What? You put him before the family. And here they come. How you doing? We'll let you go home today. Or we'll give you 12 months in a day. Camp Snoopy. Did you guys meet before you did this? Did you drive the guns across state lines? Did you talk to him before y'all went in? Let you go today. Bro, there's 9 of them, 6 of them in there with no legal. Pooh Shiesty ain't got the means to cover that. His daddy, himself, and Big 30 got legal. Ain't no way, I've never seen it, amongst my people, where somebody ain't gonna get mad or be and if you let the wrong one, the wrong right one step out there and tell first, the rest gonna follow. This is a fact.
I don't think anybody should get mad at you for stating dead facts.
It's just what it is, bro. The last time I seen some people stand strong, it was the Hells Angels, white boys, that casino shit. 11 of them, I think David Kenner represented them, and none of them said nothing and got all 11 of them off.
Damn.
But that was an organization.
And how long ago was it?
Dave Kenner, I think that was about 15 years ago that happened. You could pull it up, Hell's Angel riot, you know, it was like, them niggas had a 10, 15 attempted murders, all kind of shit. But again, that's an organization.
Yeah.
Again, they took care of their people. They took care of the families of their people.
Yeah.
Everybody stayed solid. So all it takes is one person to say, yeah, we met at here and talked about what we was gonna do. Yeah, we got the guns and drove over here and passed, and it's done. They already got what they got. I mean, you got ankle. Gucci really went to do some business, bro. Whatever the outcome was gonna be with your contract, it would have been better than you taking count.
Yeah, because at least he was there to negotiate.
He was there to negotiate.
Yeah.
He flew in, bro. He flew into Dallas.
But to get to it, right? Like the craziest track I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
The dumbest decision I've ever seen in my life, and then the craziest diss record I ever heard in my life, like back to back. I heard the record. We just got done doing an interview.
Yeah, we saw the Fatboy.
I heard the record. I'm like, AI
Had to be.
for sure.
No.
I thought it was AI.
No.
I know, and then it was the real deal. What did you think about the record, and how do you think? Like, I know we're talking about. I'm a grown man.
You really want to know what I think? You're talking about Gucci Mane song, right?
Yeah.
I think the only mistake Gucci Mane made, and Gucci, I'm upset with you about this, my brother, because you're smarter than this. You should have made that the single to the Pooh Shiesty album that you gotta put out. I would have made that song the single to Pooh Shiesty album and let it go. That's your
Pooh Shiesty, right?
Bro, that would have been the single. Pooh Shiesty got an album done. It gotta come out through 1017.
Yeah.
That would have been the single to that album.
God damn.
Oh, man.
I bet you didn't see that one coming. But listen, people saying he's dry snitching and all that. I think people mind. Bro, if you look at the documents that dropped from the Dallas PD, all the statements given in the documents in the Dallas PD is what he verbally said. So everything he said, it's already been documented.
But I think that people thought he wouldn't say a fucking thing. And I think that's what people are going for. And that's what I saw. That's what they were trying to sway.
Gucci Mane didn't.
They were trying to hope
didn't
he
say
wouldn't.
nothing.
So is that the same?
Gucci Mane didn't say nothing, bro.
Would that be the same as him testifying?
Gucci Mane didn't say nothing. Roderick did.
But is that the same? Yeah. My question is that record, you know more about law than I do, right?
No, because I'm going to tell you why it's not the same. The Dallas police report is what's been transferred to the law enforcement, to the court system.
Right.
If you listen to what he's saying and you go read the Dallas police report that was released before he did this song, everything that's in the police report, he said it on the rap album. Everything that's in there, this happened, this happened, this happened. His cameraman and the security guard, this happened, this happened, this happened. Everything he said in the song has already been documented.
So how is that not snitching?
No. What I said was Gucci Mane. I said, listen, in the streets, any information give on anybody and yourself is considered to be snitching.
Right.
Right? In the streets. Now I'm going to ask you something. Gucci Mane been living in the same state you living in for damn near a decade now. Did you watch that No Jump, that Breakfast Club interview with him and his wife?
I saw bits and pieces.
Okay. We all could go back prior to Gucci Mane doing his interviews. Prior to him being on Twitter back in the days going crazy, right?
Yeah.
Right.
The Gucci Mane you seen up there on Breakfast Club?
Completely different.
Is that
person.
the guy we know from back then?
No.
No.
Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is Roderick got on a plane, went back home. His wife, Keisha, what the hell is this I'm hearing? Babe, this what happened. Well, what are they doing? Well, he the off-duty police. He got to report it. And my other man got robbed. he reporting it for his insurance reasons or whatever reasons, and the other dude, they reporting it. Okay, well, what are you gonna do, Roderick? What are you gonna do, Roderick? Are you gonna leave me and the kids and go back to Gucci Mane, this guy we didn't worked on the last 10, 12 years, you not being, right? You went to do business, right? This is our company, 1017, right? Okay, you need to operate like a company, Roderick. This what's going on. This is why I'm trying to take, like, bro, I got homies that used to be gangsters as pastors, used to be pimps as pastors. And I had to tell one of them, hey, listen, bro, you know when you go over there on that debt from 20 years ago, because you just did 20 years, you're not dealing with Pimp and Pat. You dealing with Pastor Johnson.
Right.
So you know when you go to that house, that ain't the hood house. That's his wife and kids, and she don't come from that life. You do understand that how he would have dealt with you approaching him back then, it's not probably gonna be how Pastor Johnson deals with you today. So if whatever he owes you ain't worth you going all the way with it, I suggest you leave that alone.
I don't have a horse in the race, but I'll be the comment section when that clip goes out. Wack, it sounds like you have relationships that's making you sound like you're protecting Gucci when you just got mad at Pistol Pete.
No, you can't, listen.
It sounds like some protection
you
going on.
No, I got mad at Pistol Pete because when I presented the documents to show this man just told a lie, you didn't want to address it. If that would have been you, let me tell you something.
No, but what I'm saying, but hear me out though. The comment section is gonna write.
What?
The dude lived that life. That's who he was. He's the reason why a lot of us has turned to that life, and now he's backing it out and doing this shit on a record. There is no Roderick. They don't want to hear that shit.
There's no what?
The comment section don't want to hear it.
You talking about the peasants don't want to hear it?
Yes.
Oh,
I was responding to you from the comment section.
See, this is the thing, bro.
But there's going to be people in the industry that'll say that to you too.
The noblemen, right? And Gucci wasn't allowed in those doors all the time. At one point in time, he was just allowed in the rapper store, the stage, the booth. Now Gucci sit at other tables. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, word.
He sits at other tables, so the people at his tables, they don't understand the people in the comment section saying, you should have went and grabbed your gun and killed him and put your life on the line.
The only thing is that it sounds like he rapping for the peasants though.
No.
He ain't put the song out, okay. Roderick Davis. He put the song out, Gucci Man.
Hold on, listen. The last song he put out, you heard what he said, right? He said, this ain't no Eazy-E, Suge Knight shit. You play stupid games, you're gonna get stupid, right? This ain't what that is. He telling you. Now, there's no doubt if you walked up on that man and try to put your hand, he gonna be a man, right?
Right.
But don't expect this man at his age today, in this situation today, to revert back to how he would have hunted somebody down back then. I'm gonna say this, Pooh Shiesty wouldn't have tried a Gucci Man back then. He'd have felt the energy. He only tried him because who Gucci is today. Ain't no way the Gucci Man we know back then running around with 40, 50 niggas, ready to go to war with the Atlanta Police Department. You come playing he body and shit, ain't no way he would have tried that Gucci. He tried the Roderick side of him because he knew that this dude ain't where he at. Now me, I tell a nigga where I'm at, give a nigga address. Right? I'm letting them know, hey, listen, homie, I keep 120 years of penitentiary with me. If you come playing, you gonna get played with. I'm telling you that. Other than that, it's peace, it's cool. I can see you, it ain't a problem. I ain't tripping.
So you handle it the same way Gucci did?
What you mean? No, they wouldn't have got up on me. See, if I tell my security, hey bro, it's cool, stay over there, they not hearing none of that. Yeah, all right. It wouldn't have never even, the minute somebody would have showed any signs of aggression, it would have been live, right? So I'm saying I wouldn't have never been in that situation because once again, I'm thinking and I'm living a little different than Gucci Mane. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right? We still conduct business up there and some of the same rules, some of the same tables, but My wife, since she's been with me, she done got trained, got her CCW. She owns 7 firearms now, but she didn't have one when I got with her. Mm-hmm. She getting on the plane with 2, 3 of them, right? So my readiness and my level of being alert is different. Gucci is not looking, he wasn't looking. If he thought he had a problem with Pooh Shiesty, he wouldn't even took the trip.
Yeah.
Think about it. We didn't see no back and forth with him. He didn't know it was a problem. They just hadn't talked. So when he called like, yo, bro, could you come to Dallas so we can go over some things and talk some business? He like, yeah, for sure, I gotta come. Like, you know, we part of the same movement.
Yeah.
He got on the plane and went to do business. I'm just saying, know who you dealing with, bro. I know a lot. You know some dudes, I'm pretty sure. Man, what's my man? I know you know him. I keep forgetting his name. Spanish cat. I met him because he used to run with Stitches. Spanish cat, everybody knew him. Cool, and he turned Christian. You know what I'm talking about, bro. Was about to bullshit. And I looked up one day and saw him on Instagram, and dude was in the hoods, and they like, man, what are you tripping on, bro? Yo, you okay? And he's preaching to the kids, and he's telling them God's way. I'm like, yo, I can't remember. I know you know this dude. Everybody knew him. He was a live wire. This dude, I don't know what got into him, right? And I watched the dude challenge him, and he said, my brother, I can't put my hands on you. I just know you not in the right state of mind. I'm gonna pray for you. And the dude dropped his head and started praying for he like you much, like disrespecting him. The more he prayed for him, dude just finally stopped and walked away. I'm just simply saying, like, bro, that's cool. They expected him to be, he's not that man no more, bro.
Right.
You a different man. Let me tell you how I know you a different dude. Every fucking time I come by here, the first thing he says is, I gotta go in here and feed the kids and make sure they go to sleep. Now let's go back prior to you having them kids.
Yeah, 100%. But
You
the
out of
kids
light.
change everything.
You out of light right now.
Yeah.
Dude looking at you crazy. Today, man, this motherfucker was some bullshit. Let me get past this light. Let's go prior to the kids. What's up, homie? You know what I'm saying? Like, people change.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And we know that's a total, yes, in his music, what does he depict? What did he depict? That nigga been making music that we know about since what, 03, 04, some shit like that?
Word.
Yeah.
Great, right? This last song he made, I felt it was a real song. He wasn't talking about, did he say in there he was gonna have you killed? He just said, I put money on your commissary. I did these things for you. I didn't hear him reference nothing, no tough guy shit.
Word.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this should be to the peasants.
You was a fucking crash dummy.
Because again, what was the paper gonna get you? Soon as that happened, I guarantee Gucci got right on the phone with Atlantic. What you think he told him? This what happened, boom, boom, boom. I was forced to do this. What you think Atlantic told him? Don't worry about it. We ain't gonna acknowledge it. Just real shit. So, and I believe if they would have kept it isolated with Gucci, it wouldn't be where it's at. But they came out the room and wowed it out.
Yeah, choke the cameraman, do all that shit.
I think if, on some real shit.
That's what you say though, about this, about 9 people.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying?
the peasants.
Yeah.
That's peasant shit. Wack, how you know? Because at one point in time in my life, I was a peasant.
Yeah, but we're from different eras though, because we ain't moved like that after it happened.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, bro.
Jesus
Your
Christ,
start, when
yeah.
you got off the porch and you went in the middle of the street, what you doing? All these dime bags of weed. Well, you know what? You sell a few of them, I'll let you keep $2. That's peasant shit, right?
Yeah.
But you young, you a kid. Well, we doing this, we doing that. Then you elevated your game.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, now you on your grown man shit. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta know what you're dealing with. And I told somebody today, they don't hear you up there. They don't gotta come down a hill. They talk to you because you can't get up the hill. They don't hear you.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter no more. Well, what about his fans? Gucci got a catalog, bro.
Yeah.
And his diehard fans, like him with Max B, will be a diehard fan. You know,
Word, though, you're not lying.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The stream still
You ain't
streaming,
changing nobody's opinion, especially this day and age.
It ain't gonna happen, bro.
I think now more than ever, people have come to grips with that entire ideology, though. Like, if this was 15 years ago, Gucci makes a record like that, career's over.
Different.
It's a
But
different
15 years ago,
Gucci
he wouldn't have.
Yeah. But it never would have happened, right?
Everything is different, bro. I promise you it's different.
What's up with this? Another thing. I swear to God, there's certain people I speak to where I learn more about the scenarios by speaking to them.
Yeah.
Other than that, I couldn't give a fuck about the whole scenario. Allstar JR versus,
hey, bro, I'm gonna
J Prince Jr.
Out of the whole industry, I'm gonna go back to Easy days to the day. Allstar JR gets the #1 rapper gangster Goon trophy. It ain't nobody in this game that then did what he did, predicted it. Let's talk about it. He done been shot in the mouth. He ain't run. He went on No Jumper 4 years ago and said, shit, nigga try to grab my jewelry, he better be ready, he gonna die. Now let's go to the event. All of us done been through some things. 10 people rushing you. 9 out of 10 people are gonna retreat on foot. He stood in a pocket, fighting back the best he could. He's getting pistol whipped. He still has the mentality. And I kind of tie this or relate this to like a soldier that comes from combat. He still had the mindset while fighting back, not retreating, to acknowledge I heard a gun drop. I see a gun. Go for the gun. Not run or say, everybody get back. Immediately go to work and then stand over a motherfucker and give it to him. This dude got a freebie. Now he says, okay, enough with the gangster shit. Now I gotta be a rapper. He go do merch, unplug him. He go do a song, Mob Untied. Give me one rapper who stood in a box like this, and this nigga ain't no 6'4", 300-pound dude. He looked at me like he might be 5'9" or some shit, 5'10", $170, $180, right? On some real shit, who talks the talk, and we really watched him live it. And wait, and ain't got a case, no bail, and got away with it scot-free without worrying about being told on.
Yes, that's different.
Yeah.
And bro, I definitely DM'd him. For sure. He probably laughing right now because he like, the nigga ain't lying, he DM'd and he responded. He said, Wack, let me clear up some shit that we'll get to it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because like that's a person, like I don't reach out to interview people. But I'm starting this thing called Nothing But Content, kind of like a Zeus platform, you know. So I was like, that's a dude that I would interview. Yeah,
that's a storyline.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And make it something exclusive on the channel, right? So I don't think he did nothing wrong. J Prince Jr. has been and is continuing to be Fredo of the family, bring discredit upon himself, as well as the movement and the legacy that his father's built. I believe his father's only weakness is his bloodline, because if he'd have been anybody else, he'd have been cut him off. He'd have been got away from him. Because you don't hear about J Prince personally was out and this happened and he did this.
Yeah.
It's always J Prince Jr., mob ties, rap a lot. It's, bro, take off shit. The jeweler guy. right? The security that just got unalived a year ago in the parking lot dealing with them boxing twins. And now this. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All 4 of these things is active. Ain't nothing closed out. He just won't stop. And this one, bro.
But he also stated that that wasn't on him.
What wasn't on him?
That he put a post up that it ain't on him, right? That he was
He
just
can
there
put
for
what he
another
want
reason.
up. But I got a back door over there, and I've been driving them crazy with this back door. I've been driving them nuts with it. Because every time they have a meeting, I tell them about it. They could be having a meeting, I'll go live and tell them what they talking about. They going crazy over there. You know what I'm saying? You know, they are going nuts over there. Right? I just told them about all their last 2 meetings, what they doing, who they talked to, what they talked about, why you mad at this dude, you called your son and called your son to tender dick, you bringing this type of tension on the family over a brawl, and this, and I ain't paying for your attorney, you on your own on this one. So when they hear me saying these things on Clubhouse, they like, yo, we gonna act like he bullshitting, but we know it's real. And then I hear this guy, I said, hey, he got another meeting today at 8 o'clock, he's trying to figure out who it is. What? I said, there's 30 cars over there right now, you know, at the spot in the 5th Ward. Yo, I be fucking with them, right? But it's because, you know, my thing is, you know, you come playing with me, I'm gonna play the long game with you. But Jay Prince Jr., at some point, bro, he gotta sit down. You don't come, listen, this dude was born rich. He ain't come up in no struggle. Everybody protected you because who your father was. Rap-A-Lot was one of the biggest independent movements of our time in the 90 era.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody with in their pocket, here, little dude, to gain favor from him. Oh, that's Junior, let him in. So you have no reason to be running around here portraying this type of mentality. For what reason? You should be the dude in the suit, manicured, a real estate guru or a sports agent or
like on some
something
Kennedy
like
shit, right?
Yeah, what are you doing? And this one gonna bite him in the ass. Backdoor tell me that the feds and dismissed Dallas PD already went to the spot, pulled the footage. The footage is showing him congregating with all 10 of them people prior to, and it also show he's the first one to try to grab the jury. So the minute they pull that plug, if they pull that plug on that young man, and I hope he make it, right? Ben10, I don't know him, but he part of NBA, and the NBA is nephew. I hope he make it. But if they pull that plug on that man, they're gonna say, you orchestrated it, and because of your actions, the shots rang out and the assault happened, and they gonna book him.
And that's gonna put the entire family at risk, I would imagine.
Well, you know, I don't know if Junior can handle being told he got an L of 20 or 30. Because they damn sure gonna ask him if he knows something that he want to will and deal with. And again, his father been airtight. But I think that part of the Godfather, he just couldn't stomach. What part am I talking about? Fredo, Hup, come here. No, me and my son, we gotta go somewhere. I was about to take him out. You know what? I'm gonna have such and such go out with you. Come on, son. I don't think he could stomach that part of the Godfather. Mikey had to do what he had to do for the betterment of the family. Because the things his own brother was doing was jeopardizing the whole family. And if he didn't fix it by erasing it, he would be doing a disservice to the family. He honored his father and didn't do anything to break his mother's heart. And I know Jay Prince Sr. sees that he don't get these problems out of his other sons. You don't hear Jazz and no bullshit. The other you don't hear it, right? It's this dude and he just won't stop. So at what point the senior say he a liability? Either he willing to risk his whole empire and his livelihood to continue success for his family, for his son, or he gonna make an adjustment. Something gotta give, bro.
This is wild.
It's tough.
It's some wild shit going on.
Something gotta give. You know what I'm saying? If I was him, I'd have just told him, yo, son, listen, man, I'm busy as a motherfucker, man, and I'm depending on you to get this deal done, son. I got this deal going, and I don't want to send nobody else because it's supposed to be me going, and I want you to represent me. All right? I got this goddamn first class ticket for you to go on over here to Iran and close this deal, son.
It's going to take about 5 years.
Go on over there. Don't know. It's going to take about 5 minutes as soon as you get there. Go on over here and close this deal for me, son. I'm dependent on you. You know what I'm saying?
What am I funny? Do I make you laugh?
Oh, man. Is there anybody else in the family you think that can talk to him? Or is it only the daddy?
I think he's trying to be something he's not, and he's trying to imitate somebody his daddy never was. Not saying his daddy don't got that edgy side to him, but he was never this dumb and reckless and loud with whatever he did. It wasn't until social media that people knew he had an island in Belize. You know what I'm saying? Or he had this, or he had that. So, John, I love and respect dude. He never changes up. You know what I'm saying? I done looked out and been there for Junior before, out here in Miami when things, I know him. That's why when I see him talking on the internet, it's like, y'all all of a sudden see me. I'll go on the internet, I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers better know, you know what I'm saying? You know what it is. You're going to be like, yo, what the fuck Wack talking like that for?
Yeah.
Hey,
But you don't
Wack
think
talk.
you could...
You know what I'm saying?
The
When I
same way
see
you
this
talk
shit, I'll be
about
like...
how Gucci turned, you don't think he can turn?
I mean, bro, I think he's chasing something that he ain't gonna never get
That
to.
he shouldn't be chasing, damn near.
What is he chasing?
Like the shit ain't even real.
The
Like,
legacy.
bro, he should be, man, listen, he should be joining at the hip with his father, learning what he know, so he know how to grab the steering wheel when it's time come.
Yeah.
Because all our time gonna come. Don't get it fucked up. Me and Jay Princeton had our back and forth, but I respect his business hand. You'll be a hater or a damn fool not to. I respect his business hand. You get what I'm saying? You know, he has established some things and he helped kick down the doors for me to do the things that I've done in this game. He played a part, Master P played a part, Suge Knight, Dame Dash, Birdman, all of Gotti, you know what I'm saying? All the Gotti, they all played a part in this independent game.
You're right.
You get what I'm saying? So I don't know why he ain't tending to that versus you tripping on a nigga's baby mama, right?
Yeah.
To where it's 2 people shot, one missing a finger, one on life support, and a nigga making the family violating and disrespecting the foundation of what your daddy built. Talking about mob untied. It's because of Junior's bullshit, people attack mob ties. And guess what? You ain't situated to counterattack and do nothing about it. The disrespect comes in. You ain't sitting up in the penitentiary saying, I'm here for defending the honor of this because I did. You just let it happen and say, yeah, y'all flaws and we gonna see what's real when the real know what it ain't. You see them people are clowning him. He did a clip a year ago. Now the ladies are like, Junior, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We ain't never seen him fight a man, but he'll beat a chick up. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, bro, I'm long past having some little niggas go do something. There's a whole bunch of dudes talk crazy. I know right where they at. it's some little dudes that for some Jordan 4s gonna get busy.
Let me ask you this though: you don't think that because of who he is, he doesn't get antagonized a lot too, though? And
He
they
gets
try
it.
to tie him into because I'm just this is me just asking. Again, I can't sit there and pretend like I know the scenario. Somebody like him, I would imagine the people around him probably try to influence him too and get him involved in shit that he probably, you know what I mean? Because you had the wrong set of people around you, they get you involved in some shit.
Ain't nobody that come from his daddy gonna try to influence him to do nothing.
Yeah.
Because that's a violation. They probably watched him grow up. The people around him is who he choose to bring around him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So if he letting the people he bring around him influence him, and you not looking to your father in that movement for your influence, he really need to get out the way.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You raising your kid get to 12 years old. You done taught your kid, you done showed your kid, he comes in here with the podcast thing, he sees your other businesses, you know, y'all traveling together, right? Okay, he's going to school, junior high school, right? And then you look up and he's walking a certain way and he's talking a certain way. Hey son, your influence come from this side. And don't think Senior ain't tried it. I just think, dude, he wants to be this figure. He's in competition with his dad without wanting to say it. But deep down inside, I don't think he care about burning down what his dad has built. Because I think at this point, his pops probably didn't pull back to where he ain't just putting it on the table. He like, yo, man, you know, I need you to stay over. You my son and I love you and I got you, but we can't, you know.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't get his move. But now, because now, like, what he gonna do? What you gonna do? This nigga over there that made a song, shot two of your men, got one over here, what you gonna do?
This sound like a fire 50 Cent series on Stars, though.
Yeah, what you gonna do? If you don't do nothing, right, you done brought discredit upon that movement. And if you do something, you gonna bring the feds on the movement. Instead, what he need to do is sit down, shut the fuck up, be a student of his father.
Yeah.
Drop this damn this
Persona.
whatever persona.
Yeah.
Talk right. Go to a real estate school. Go over here. He should be the one right now running around telling the art, you just got signed, you just got a deal. Okay, I know what you can do with your first 100,000.
Yeah.
Talk to him. I made him 10 million off his first 100,000. Yeah, we got some land over here. We doing some buildings over here. He should be that because he can have that influence. The J Prince family right now. When you think Josh Prince, what you think? Drake. He got another young son that used to do all the clubs. Great businessman, right? You think Junior? You think bullshit. You think J Prince Sr.? Rap a lot.
Yep.
Cattle, islands in Belize, this, businesses, this, that. He the only one.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, bro.
Nah, you're right. He the one involved in all the bullshit.
All the bullshit.
I'm telling you, it's a TV series. They say this is a big rich town.
Well, Wack is saying that. They've been had this shit already. This is the Godfather being played out, but just not all the way out.
What's up with Flakko as
Poetik Flakko.
He's good.
Yeah, talking about nephew.
Yeah,
they be blaming me for Flakko.
Yeah, he's good at his job, but I be again. It's just he claims to have solved Drakeo's murder.
Well, listen, I will say this. You cannot, Flakko's from North Dakota. When Drakeo was unalive, Flakko was not in California. It's 2021. If he would have showed up when he should have showed up, he wouldn't have died that day because we was waiting on him. I was 100 strong, right? We had, after an hour and something, 10 minutes, the artists, because I had 4 artists on that show that night. So I had 25 tickets per. I had True Car, Coyote, Blueface, and Gang, right? We was gonna get him in, get him out. Flakko was not in California. So for him to know the shit he knows, to have the things he had, the text messages he had, you cannot blame him because the streets got a breach in it.
Yeah, word.
He's a content creator.
Yeah.
Right? And he found his lane. He can't talk about North Dakota. So I'm going to be the North Dakota square dude to tell you I'm a square, I'm a civilian, own a legal gun, and I'm going to call the police. But we're going to talk about what y'all telling me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I come tell you about some shit about a neighborhood you grew up in and what happened back in 98 and 2004, and you know Wack is not from Florida, you can't be mad at me. It's a leak in your program.
And there's not a part of you that you be looking at him like, yo, chill.
Chill for what?
You know what I mean? Because you're from that life.
But why
so
would I tell
a
him
part of you like that
what, like,
sits there and say,
this is the internet.
Word. But you were somebody else before. CK Wack.
Flakko is not on the streets with a bullhorn.
But does CK Wack have that relationship with Flakko?
I got a great relationship with Flakko.
Back then, the old version of you, could you have a great relationship with Flakko? That's what I'm saying.
But Wack100, the entertainer?
Yeah.
See, Wack100 has never been in the gang file. DJ K. Slay May, rest in peace, created Wack100 in 2010. He was talking shit. You need to get on the internet. This is gonna be the new thing. Bro, you doing management work. This, that. You need to get on the internet, learn how to use it. Slay, I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't doing none of that shit. Whoa. Well, I'm gonna set your account up for you. What's this shit? Wack100. Why is Wack100? Because Wack wasn't available. Wack1 wasn't available. Wack01 wasn't available. So, nigga, if Wack100 wouldn't have been available, you'd have been Wack1000, nigga. This your shit. He got me my first 50,000 followers on Twitter. I got a Twitter page I can't get back in. I don't know why I got kicked out. But if you go look at it, I don't know what the fuck he did, but it popped up, right? So, bro, the entertainer, I understand it.
Yeah.
You don't see me running around. Bro, No Jumper is 4 miles from my projects. It's not in South Central, it's in the Valley. It's in San Fernando Valley. I got people go to No Jumper every week talk crazy about me. You think I couldn't send my little homeboys down there? This is Wack, they're talking about Wack100. My homies called me. Hey, blood, what's that? I said, dog, they talking about Wack100. That ain't the street dude. That's the internet personality. He was created and designed for the internet. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can't be mad when you enter this realm, when you telling Flakko street business. And it's some other shit he know that I know they told him. He like, yeah, Wack, they said some dude named this. I'm like, yo, bro, how you? Well, I don't know the dude, bro, but they said he the one. He wouldn't know these people. These is people that don't even go on the internet. And I'm hearing real live situations. So you can't blame Flakko because the streets is fueling what he needs. Content.
Yeah. It is wild how these, this is the first string of people solving cases on the internet though.
Well, I don't know if he's
in this manner.
I don't know. I believe the things Flakko is saying, and I believe Flakko talking to an investigator, whether he's still active or ex-investigator. He put the dude's picture and phone number up, right? He telling you who he talking to. And then he's putting documents up, right? I don't know, personally, that was my first time hearing that name.
You think an arrest will really be made? Like he's claiming it's going to be made?
I don't know, bro. I swear to God, the name he said, I've never heard that dude's name ever in my life. I've never heard a name that said this person did it. They talked about who he was getting into it with, but that wasn't a secret. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the thing is, and I'm tied in. Nigga, how the hell Flakko do the name before me? The alleged name. Who told you this? Such and such, such and such. How he tell you that? Well, we were talking about this, and I looked out for him, and then he just started talking about it. He said, I bet you don't know. Woo-de-woo. I'm a real nigga, see what I'm saying? I'm outside.
Shit is fucking crazy.
That's wild, right?
Yeah.
Bro, so now Flakko drop it. Look, you got Flakko coming up there. Oh, yeah, so the news today on this dude is this, 5,000. The news today on this dude is this, 8,000. Oh, yeah, man, this motherfucker, guess what I know? The dude that got shot, allegedly the other dudes from such and such did it, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, 100,000. What you think he gonna do for his next clip? You think he going back to what he was talking about? He's doing, it's like an oxymoron. Flakko from North Dakota, the civilian that tells you he supports ratting, is exposing the gang members. And for whatever reason,
somebody's giving him that info.
And his crowd wants to hear it.
Yeah, they eat it up.
They eat it up. Bro, Flakko doing down there $1 million a year, man.
Yeah, he's
I'm
killing him right now.
Listen, bro, I just did a deal for Flakko where they was trying to get Flakko down there $1.52 million. Wack, we do it, we ready right now. We looked at his numbers, we'd give him that right now, and this, that, and other. Mm-hmm. So it's like,
I know that for a fact too, because I know that for a fact.
y'all, bro, are you mad at him for reporting it? Or you have a problem with the streets for giving him information to report?
Yeah. What's up with aside from Flakko? What's going on with you in Detroit? He's got beef.
Oh no, well, it started out with T Grizzley, my little homeboy, Baby Shooter. He ever come to Florida, you got to sit out with Baby Shooter. Baby Shooter for Fire Trey Avalon. He had the situation with the J Money dude from Atlanta. Remember, it was a shooting out there in L.A. or whatever, the Rolls Royce shooting, and he went to jail for that. He ended up beating the case and coming home. But prior to that, he allegedly was the one that broke into T Grizzley house. And while he was in there, the attorneys came to see him and showed him a statement that T Grizzley made, and they gave him tapes and all this shit. So that would kind of sparked a little bit of it. And then it was already a little bit there with the 42 Dugg guy, because I told the story of him and Offset.
Yeah.
Right? Which that's just what it was. And then 42 Dugg came home. I guess he didn't like what I had to say, and he popped back at me. So I fired up the exposures, and we found some paperwork on him. 42 Dugg trying to get a file sealed of statements he gave to the federal agents. So we put the work out, nigga. You trying to seal a file of the statements you gave to the police. This is what it say, right? Yeah. So then, because these people are from Detroit, just like New York. Oh, he got a problem with Detroit. No. You know why I can't have a problem with Detroit? Half my bloodline from Detroit. My family reunions happened in Detroit. 50% of my DNA is in Detroit. So if it's these certain individuals, the only place I haven't seen do it is Florida. Would be Trick had our back and forth, right? Or Trick Daddy had our back and forth. Yeah. I never heard people say, oh, Wack don't like Florida, right? But it seems like if I have a back and forth with a dude from Cincinnati, he don't like Ohio, he don't like Ohio. No, this is what this individual, he just happens to be from here.
Right.
New York is, I love New York, ain't no place like it. It's the only place like it in the United States. And Detroit have my bloodline come from there.
You think you would be involved with so much beef in New York if K. Slay was still around?
Yeah, it would. Nigga, you better go back in time and see what it was. When Slay was alive, when a lot of this shit was going on. Slay would have got on me? Yeah. Right? He'd have definitely got on me. But Slay had this thing. He told a few of them, bro, y'all go playing with him. I'm telling y'all that nigga's highly intelligent, he got resources, and he don't care. So if you go playing with him, don't come telling me to turn him off if you started. Now, if he start with you, what he not gonna do? Unless you'll never find me, bro, somebody I just fuck with. I'm always responding, but my response be so fucked up. It look like, wow, Wack, what you do? No, bro, he started it, and I'm responding.
You just finishing it.
Now, when people started with me, ooh, you heard whoop-de-whoop, I come out, here it go, I don't know what he's talking about, here go that, oh, that's some bullshit. Now it's time for you. Well, Wack, man, all he did with this, why you just didn't do, no, nigga, you can't tell me how many scuds to launch. I'm an Aries, I'm gonna overdo it. If they tell me it take one scud to finish it, I'm sending 5. That's it. And I tell people, look, bro, I'm not stupid. If I was dirty, I wouldn't be as loud as I am. I'd be over there in my suit, conducting my corporate business. I'm a little mad that all them years I gave the streets, when I got out of prison, it was no pot of gold like waiting on me. So my only entertainment of being compensated is exposing y'all that's lying to them kids. The more my story is always, see kids, y'all was following this dude. See, he told 20 years ago, don't listen to him, go to the military, go to the police academy, go to trade school, stay your ass in school. Don't go this way because all this is fake. Everything they telling you can't do to be this, that, they've already violated. So that's the only thing I could do is let me see if I can utilize exposing some of these fake gangsters to save some of the children. You know, I believe a lot of these dudes, Big Meech and all these dudes, you know, nigga, these niggas shouldn't be celebrated. The fuck you celebrating Big Meech for, nigga? This nigga, you a drug dealer. You fucked up the families of the community. Now, if you come home and we see you rebuild another way, salute. He came from that, walked off 19, didn't get out doing that, struggled, created this, created that, and now he got this going on. But nigga, you can't, oh yeah, he was a dope dealer. Oh, everybody talking about him and showing him this love because he was a dope dealer. Shit, let me go sell some dope too. No, son, he did 19 years. He did some telling too. Ask Cuffy, he'll tell you about it. Nah, you don't want to do, think about it. I'm gonna ask you, what does Big Meech get credit for?
Selling drugs.
As a father, would you want your children champion that?
No.
So what the fuck are we doing as a community? See, when I tell them I was CK Wack, I was an active gangbanger. I would do shit to people behind the color. I went to jail at 12. I went to prison at 16. And then I was a bitch ass nigga every day of that 5.5 years because my son was on the street and I wasn't there to protect, provide, teach him how to ride a bike, change a diaper. I was a bitch ass nigga running the prison yard. And then I came home and I got a 95 Honda Accord with fake check stubs with a 19% interest rate that I still got in my garage today. And I drove that Honda Accord and I learned how to drive a truck. And my uncle gave me a job, $300 a week to co-drive so he could teach me. And I seen him giving the people they call lumpers $500 checks to unload. So I went back there with the lumpers and came up with this strategy that I'm gonna be the one to drive into the dock while he sleep. Go back there and I'm gonna take the shit out. And when he gives me the blank check to give to the lumpers, I'm gonna put it in my pocket. And then from that, I got a contract paying me $250,000 a year to become a owner-operator. Then I got into real estate. Then I got into music. Then I got into this and got into that. And I ain't did nothing illegal to generate no income, sold no drugs, allowed no kid to be put on a gang around me. Now, that's a story you could talk about. But I'm not celebrating no motherfucking drug dealer. You know why? Because I was fucked up the way I was because I had a dope fiend daddy. And one of you niggas was giving it to him. I'm just being real.
But is that the way you feel? Because the reason this whole generation feels like that is because what we were raised on. Being raised off of Scarface and New Jack City and all these films that we watched. That's
Say that again. Who was?
These generations were raised on learning that when we were young. That's why they were idolized.
And when you was
That's
young,
why Big Meech.
You probably had some traffic in the house, some crazy shit, right? Hey, bro, this is my second time I've been to your home. This is not a house. This is a home. Well, I see car seats. I hear peace, quiet. I hear the kids laughing. So if we was raised on that and we seen what it did to us, what the fuck are we doing today for the ones to follow? At some point, we gotta say, hey, I know we glorified it and I know where it got us. Hey, kids, that nigga's the bad guy. Don't fuck with him. He a drug dealer. He went to jail as drugs. He free now. We don't know what he gonna do. But you don't applaud him. Fuck him. What you booking him out of the club for? You booking him out of the club for what?
Well, it's the same reason why, and this is to play devil's advocate, right? But it's the same reason you book a Charleston White to come to your platform.
No, because Charleston White, if you watch him, he says a lot of crazy shit to get you to listen to him say the real shit.
I used to say the same shit about him. But sometimes he just says a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah, it all depends. Now, if you piss him
Sometimes
off,
there is no end of the story.
you must have pissed him off.
Not even about me. Not even
Not to say you, whatever he's saying you did, you guilty of, but something had to happen. I ain't never, look, nigga, I said right here with him. You watched me and Charles sit in your front yard while you worked on the fucking air conditioner for 30 minutes, chopping it up.
Yeah.
Watched us sit here and do a great pod. Wack, let's do some business later, cool. 2 weeks later, fuck Wack100.
Yeah.
This is what I think Charleston does. I could be wrong.
Right.
Charleston wakes up in the morning and he like, what I got to talk about? Nothing. I ain't got nothing to talk about today. Who's in the algorithm? Gucci Mane in the algorithm and Pooh Shiesty. Who everybody champion? Everybody champion Pooh Shiesty. Turn the camera on. Fuck Pooh Shiesty, bitch ass nigga. You got what you had coming to you. Yeah. Charleston White, boom, algorithm. This what I think he does. Like this.
No, but what I'm saying is like
right
people
here.
are booking him knowing that that's gonna happen. And I think that people are booking Big Meech knowing that it's gonna bring views.
Well, Meech was the original.
I can't hate on the booking. I just see Charleston White a couple days ago.
I can't hate on the booking. I get that. I'm just simply saying, bro, I know some people that they went to jail for some things. They got out and they doing a lot of other things, right? We don't champion them people. We don't tell our kids, you know, that dude just did 20 for this, and he been home, but now he got this organization,
right?
Or he does a lot of real estate, and he got a GED. He couldn't read, Freeway Rick, and he ain't no gangster. He was a hustler, but that nigga couldn't even read when he went to jail. You know what I'm saying? You know, so get your money. I'm just keeping it real. I'm not championing. All he just did 20 years for what? Selling dope. That nigga was moving 2,500 bricks a week. That nigga was fucking up that many families? Damn.
I think I'm Big Meech.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, Rick Ross took on the persona.
Of Freeway Ricky, yeah.
As Freeway Ricky, and this is kind of like a Flakko shit. It's an oxymoron. Square nigga from North Dakota talking about the gangbangers. Correctional officer came in with the entertainment moniker of, Rick Ross.
Right.
Pushing drugs, right? It got him where he at. He got in the Wingstop game, sold that. He got in the Champagne game, doing that, and now he's moving over there into the game of having a product like in Costco and shit like that.
There's correctional officers that I know that used to get it into. You know what I mean?
We all know him. We all know him, but what I'm saying is, I can look at Rick Ross and say, yo, Rick Ross used the persona for the entertainment hustle, which got him out of making $80,000 a year to making that on stage at one point in time of his life, which he's probably doing way more than that at this point in time. And now he spun that into being an entrepreneur. Wingstops and the Champagne and it is. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like
kind of like Akon, right? Akon just started coming out, more and more. The more he talks, it's like, damn, all the shit was fake.
Well, no, Akon never.
I don't think Akon was ever locked up.
No, Akon went to jail one time, I think, for like a stolen car or some shit. So he definitely been in cuffs. But Akon never claimed to be, he just made melody to jail shit.
Music,
But again, nobody faults Denzel Washington for playing the role he played.
Where I said this before, I agree.
Listen, bro. If you are really living that life, you cannot exploit yourself on a camera.
Yeah. Or on record, you know what I mean?
I knew Big Meech was going to jail. I was doing a lot of real estate in Atlanta. Like, I had my shit going. I had my mortgage company in California, approved to do loans in Atlanta. My man was getting all the tax lien houses and rehab them, he'll send me a list of 20. And it may say 100,000 appraised at 160, 200 appraised at 310, a list of 20 with like 40 to 100, 150,000 of equity in it.
Right.
I found a program that'll do 100% finance and allow them to pull that equity out at closing. So what I did, I went to everybody in the community at the Pot Warner football. Hey, you want to buy a house? You can walk away with X amount. All I did, I put $20,000 on every one. So every 20 homes was $400 for me. Then my loan company did the loans.
Right.
So we made it there. I had a motherfucking 15-passenger van I left for Atlanta. I had a motherfucking account at the Motel 6 or whatever the fuck, Comfort Inn account there with them. I would fly the people out 10 at a time. I didn't need to bring 20 because majority of them was going to leave with 2 of them. Drive them around. Okay, we're going to house number 3. Boom, walk them through it. They freshly rehab. I had the renter, the lady putting renters in them. The mortgage won't be covered, 100% finance, no money out of pocket. You walking away with the difference of, I didn't already marked it up. So if it was 100, 160, now it's 120, 160. Right. You walking away with the 40. Right, the bank is paying my mortgage company those fees.
Yeah.
So when I come out of motherfucking Atlanta airport, you understand me? It's a big ass billboard. Some shit that goddamn Disneyland had. And the motherfucker said, BMF, the world is yours.
You like, that nigga go to jail.
Nigga, you going to jail.
Oh, man.
Everybody who's anybody, as soon as you come out, I'm talking about over the freeway, bro. Bankers, police, whoever. Who the fuck are these guys? Nigga, you selling dope. You too loud. You flying over the motherfucking parks with a helicopter dumping money out over the park. Donald Trump could do that. Michael Jordan could do that. LeBron James could do that. Nigga, you're selling dope. So I don't respect stupidity. The fuck are you doing? Niggas want to call, nigga, the gangsters we watched was intelligent. They made smart moves. It was always a motherfucker, you know, end up. You get what I'm saying? The movies we watched on that shit, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They killed that nigga for.
Dino Brown didn't make it, right?
What's this shit? Goodfellas.
Yeah.
When they hit the lick, hey, Cadillac, man, nigga went and bought a brand new Cadillac. Man, get that nigga up. Went to the fuck. You know what I'm saying? You too loud. What are you doing? Everybody resumed normal program. So when I lived this, when I seen that, and it wasn't but a year later, 9 months later, in 2005, my man called me and said, Wack, they just took all of them down. I said, bro, nigga, I could have brought the billboard. I didn't even buy them. Yeah, and I'm doing some legal shit.
There's always been some people that we knew doing dirt that were way too loud.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But look, man, I wish him the best. I don't think he's doing that now. I think he's trying to find his lane. I think it's a TV lane for him out there. I don't think he fully understands this business. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people...
Just like Max B, it takes time to get accustomed if you've been gone that long.
Yeah. Well, Max B ain't no big Meech. You ain't do that.
I'm telling you, you're saying, I'm saying in the music and in wherever Big Meech is going to find his
I think he need to put together his team. You know, like, I'm going to be real. I'm going to keep it 100. I think a dude like Jay Prince respect a nigga like Meech Hand. That's what we need to go. That's what we need to go see. Hey man, look, I still got a story to tell. I want to get off of this, man. Make some investments and shit, man. You know, I know you the. He need to go get somebody like that because he already 50-something years old. He needs somebody his age or a little older that's clean, that's doing their shit.
Yeah, word.
These rappers, oh yeah, nigga, what up, man? They just want to take a picture and throw your name in the nigga. They ain't finna do nothing for you. You can't sign them. They already signed.
Yeah. No, that's what's up. What if he reached out to you?
Who?
Big Meech.
No, they asked me last time I was out here. They like, yo, Wack, we doing the thing. What do we want to put Big Meech on the flyer? I said, you can put him on the flyer. He can show up. But I'm telling you, I exposed him. So if you want him to come, he can come. Yo, Wackity Doc, what's up, homie? You exposed? Yeah, you want to read it? You's a rat. We can read it right here. You see, you want to read the shit? Now, if he willing to do that, cool. If you want to get mad, cool. But I'm going to let you know. They're like, oh, nah, Wack, because we know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to change my tune, my nigga. And I keep telling y'all stop saying Wack exposing people. No, nigga. Don't get mad at me because I know how to read. You exposing yourself. You on the paperwork. I'm just reading.
I mean, it's kind of tough to not say that you're exposing
people
when you call them the exposers.
But I'm just reading.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm reading the document.
It's public record, right? Yeah.
It's public record. You know what I'm saying? I'm reading the doc. You went and brought a Maybach not too long ago, right? So you wrong for reading the contract you signed? You want to know what your interest rate was? You want to know what the motherfucking warranty was? You know what I'm saying? What it was, right? So I'm reading the document. And I ain't gonna lie, some documents, I will say this. Some documents I'll read out loud and some I don't. I got a lot of shit on people that they have no idea I have, but I don't say nothing. You don't fuck with me or my people, I'll never say nothing. You ever hear me tell somebody, hey bro, all right, you want to play? You ever hear me tell a nigga,
hell yeah.
When I say that, I got it.
Yeah.
Pooh Shiesty daddy, we've been having that shit 18 months, 2 years. Shit ain't just falling out like we've been at it. There's no reason to use it. Fuck it, let it go. That's what it is. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? Y'all attacking Gucci. I'm Team Gucci.
I feel you.
One question
you got something to say about that Team Max B?
I'm Team Max B. I'm not changing my mind.
You know what? Max B must have been a real nigga. Cause some niggas fuck with him.
He
you know what I'm saying? Is. I don't know the nigga. Yeah. I don't know the nigga. Yo, he mad at me because I'm reading paperwork. And his brother, his brother got in contact with me. Nigga called me from prison. So his brother called me. I don't even know his brother.
He was reaching out.
He like, yo, Wack, man, these other niggas act like they scared, man. Put this shit out, put what out? I'm like, is it real? I'm gonna send you all the case numbers. You pull it up yourself. And
what made you want to get involved with that, though?
Well, he a convict. I'm an ex-convict. He like, Wack, niggas won't give me a voice. This nigga did bad, bro. He got me, niggas won't give me a voice, bro. Who won't? Think the only one he said was Jim Jones tried to a little bit, but, he bagged up. I see Jim back on it. But he was like, they won't give me a voice. I said, bro, if you send me the paperwork, I'll give you your voice. And if it's real. I said, but if it ain't real, we gonna fire your ass up. Yeah, it was real.
Let me ask you about this. Do you think that Tory Lanez has a leg to stand on with this lawsuit, $100 million?
Yeah, I told you. Nigga, you don't remember we talked about this? I said, bro, Tory's gonna sue this shit out of the city. I thought I showed you that video. Remember, I had the video.
I think you did something.
Yeah, I got the video that shows when Tory went to that dude's cell next to him, right?
Right.
They got these big oval mirrors that allows you to see down the staircase.
Yeah.
As the assault's going on, the police is at the bottom of the staircase. They don't move. They don't fire nothing. They don't come up there and make some motherfucker. They don't move. They let the assault happen A to Z with no interruptions. Now you gotta understand, yes, he's an inmate, but the correctional officers have a job to do.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And the fact that they don't do that job and all those buildings are understaffed, they was designed a certain way.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You take this house right here, bro, and it was designed by code a certain way, and you want to add a room, and you cut out a certain beam or some shit, or cross up some electrical, and a fire it falls down, the insurance company ain't gonna honor it because you removed what it said this had to be, right? Bro, no way CDC, and I've been there, is operating at full staff capacity. They supposed to have a certain amount of staff per inmate. The higher the security is, it's supposed to be a little different. And when you see an assault or attack going on, you got a gun tower, you got the fucking police at the bottom of the staircase. None of them ever moved.
And he was stating that he was never even supposed to be housed with him.
Well, he was. Well, shit. I don't know how. Well, I think they consider that to be a violent offense. I believe that might have been a level 4 yard. I don't know how the fuck Tory got on the level 4 yard. I believe Tory should have went where Downey Jr. and the rest of them go, CMC, the rest of the celebrities go, Rick James and shit. But he's suing for $1 million a stab wound, and I think $10 million for every facial scar.
Yeah, it's $100 million total.
$100 million. Now, one or two things gonna happen. They gonna will and deal with Tory for his freedom, or they gonna have to pay him.
You think he's in trouble?
The third thing I don't want to think about.
That's what I'm saying. You think he's in trouble?
Well, the staff ain't gonna fuck with him because he's too high profile.
Yeah.
He got legal teams and shit. But they will drop a bag on your ass. Mm-hmm. They will go over there and tell this motherfucker who got an indeterminate term, hey, bro, you been in there 22 years in the hole. We got a little problem over there. Take care of that. We'll get you back to the main line. Mm. Or it happens. Motherfucker police and convicts, they do business. So that is a fear. That is a fear. Are they gonna have to pay him? Yeah. Even if they got rid of him, will they still have to pay him? Yes. I think his family, his father, whatever, would definitely pursue. But he got a solid case, bro. Like they did, bro. This nigga got attacked for at least a minute and a half.
Yeah, that was a wild video.
They were serving chow. The police is in the building.
Right.
They're serving chow. How in the fuck? The staircases is what you paying attention to because you got the top tier rat released. And you telling me, and I gotta find that video. I'm looking in the oval mirror and you see the police right at the bottom of the staircase. Just kicking it. Yeah, now, if you run out of there with 50 million, Tory was making money.
Yeah.
I think he'd have been and made everything he lost in some. And listen, I'm gonna be real. He had come out ahead. Unfortunately, he has some violence, but Tory still didn't drop 2-3 albums in jail. Yeah. To drop 2-3 albums in jail and come out of there with a $50 million lick, he ain't lost nothing. Word. He lost some years as a father with his shit like that. But on the financial side, I think Tory fuck that, I'm gonna balance these books.
He almost lost his life too, though.
Yeah, and now he comes out, and then he got part 2. He come out with a story.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask for the video. It looked intentional, or did it look like they were just being negligent?
No, that was intentional. They were, bro. That's like me and you pulled up at the same time.
Yeah.
I busted you and parked right there. That's like me. I'm watching you get out your car.
Yeah.
That's like me watching you just fall out on the floor, and I'll park the car, and I'm sitting in here with you 20 minutes, and he's saying, "Damn, where this nigga at? This nigga should have been here by now, Wack." Yeah. And I intentionally disregarded watching you fall the fuck out.
Yeah.
I know who you are, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see.
Shit, and I'm looking at this, I'm like, yo. It was kind of like, and I'm thinking because the appeal was going on. Did they send something at him because they didn't want that to go through, and the DA office because he gonna suit in anyway.
Yeah.
At that point, false imprisonment, all kind of shit, man. So Tory, shout out to Tory, man. I know that changed his life. That's probably one of the most life-threatening things he been in. He damn near passed away, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I will say this shit happened for a reason. It happened for a reason, man. We don't know God's plan, but
that's how I feel too. I actually sat down with OT Genasis out there when I was out in Cali.
Yeah, that's nephew.
Yeah, he was talking about you. He's like, man, Wack funny as fuck. He's like, he good at what he do.
I've always looked out for him. He'll tell you that. Before y'all knew who he was. OT is he dangerous. Because his personality comes off very cheerful and he laughs about everything.
And then
OT is very good with his hands and feet. And he got a temper. And I think his laughing shit off is his way of controlling his temper.
Yeah.
And I met him, we was at a party at my man Cole's house, white boy Cole. And we're in the backyard. I believe Busted just signed him. And he was having some words with a ball player. And I'm sitting under the gazebo, I don't know him. But I've seen this man before because I hear what's going on and I'm watching his body movement. What I mean by I seen this man before, I'm seeing me. I said, oh, he finna move on dude. Dude don't even see it coming.
Right.
And the fact that dude didn't see it coming was a sign to me that he didn't need to move on him. Right? We over here in the hills of a motherfucking $5 million crib. Whoever you engage in this conversation with, maybe he said something you didn't like. I don't even think he comprehended what he said because he ain't said, but I'm watching him. I said, he finna move. So I got up, put my hand on his shoulder. What up, bro? He tried to get me off of him. I wouldn't let go. Let me holler at you. Nah, this motherfucker, bro, tell him, you don't mean nothing by. I said, give me a little space. What you doing? This nigga trying to tell me, woo. Yeah, I know you signed a Busta Rhymes. I just talk. You don't. I know Busta. I know Special. I know. You from Long Beach, right? Yeah, I'm Wack100. Oh, yeah, I know your name. I said, look, listen, bro. You see where you at? Look around. Anybody here look like you? Anybody here moving like you? He said, well, you? Okay, yeah, that's my point. So as an older homie, you a Crip, right? Yeah, okay, I'm a Don Mo. But I got an obligation to you. As an older homie, that ain't it. Dude don't know not what he do. When you come to environments like this, you got to tone it down. Stay ready to protect yourself, but this dude's conversation to you ain't on what you on. And he let it go. That's how we met.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's how we met. He'll tell you, that's how we met. And ever since then, I've always been there for him. When he need to figure something out, Wack, I'm trying to, how does this work? What I owe, you don't owe me nothing, nephew, stay out of trouble. All I'm gonna tell you, all Wack tell us is stay here, help us go get $1 million deal, stay out of trouble. And I keep moving. Answer your phone when I call you. Cause I'll be somewhere, man, we trying to do this, but I'm not his management, so I can't step on that side, but I can make the call and get him to the table. But you gotta pay me. Wack, we got 100,000, you can make it happen. They answer the phone.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up.
It's crazy because we asked him a question. We found out we're gonna do this interview an hour before we're gonna do the interview. Cause you know I'm out there and just people are hitting us up, and we're interviewing this dude Chris Blake. He's the one that's suing Stephon Diggs, saying Stephon Diggs tried to make a move on him and rob him.
Is this guy from the community or no? No, because I heard
they say.
I heard one dude from the community.
Stephon Diggs is part of the community and he isn't.
Oh, so he's not. Because
Yeah.
I heard another one. No disrespect, whoever the brother. I heard another one that he's from the community, and he said Stephon tried to move on. So this is another one. So he said Stephon, what did he do?
Well, I think a lot of people try to paint Chris Blake as gay because of what he said about him.
Okay, so what is he saying Stephon did?
No, here's some wild shit though. We're interviewing him. We just confirmed with OT, so he's gonna slide through the spot so we can do the interview out there, the peer space. And we're talking to Chris. Door opens. It was the first time we're about to meet OT. You know what I mean? His door opens. He's like, oh, you know what I mean? Just makes a noise, and then the Chris dude's like. He said, this just caught me off guard. I'm like, oh, yeah, you know, we're doing another interview after this.
What was
He's
the problem?
he's like, can I tell him the story?
Yeah, what was the
And
problem?
OT was like, yeah, you can tell him. He's like, he just pulled a gun out on me, or he pulled a gun out on me at a nightclub. And OT's like, you know what I mean? Like, he don't give a fuck. So he's saying that, like, we didn't know. We're just doing the interviews.
Oh, shit.
But OT's, you know what I mean? So I'm sitting, I'm like, well, everything good though?
OT, listen, even if it would have been a problem, he there to see you. He very respectful.
Yeah.
What he did, he wasn't tripping.
But he's like, bro, I grabbed some girl. OT was with her. He grabbed her and he grabbed me. I grabbed him. And he was like, what you gonna do, homie? Pulled a gun at him right at the club. And OT's just chilling there having a great time, and then they ended up talking after that. But it's the first time they ended up talking after that situation happened.
And you know the crazy part is OT will tell you, as reckless as people think I am, OT will tell you, if they did anything, anywhere, and they see my name calling their phone, they be hesitant to answer. You know why? Ain't no, that's right, fuck them niggas. It's what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? And they'll tell you, they'll be like, yo, Wack P on our ass, bro. What are you doing? You don't think you could handle that different? Like, they'll tell you, they be like, yo, Wack do not be influencing us to do nothing crazy. I be on them.
Yeah, you be talking down off of
I be, bro, and like that's why I love OT being his own little private circle now. Cause I tell people, yo, nephew dangerous motherfucker, man. You see his character personality.
And he's an MMA dude.
Bro.
He really trains like that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So that's what I was gonna say to you. I asked him the question about what went on with DDG, because I really just learned about that situation.
Oh, in the house.
Yeah. And then I think he answered it gracefully, because he was like, look, he was young. He knew he was young. The situation happened. But I see the peasants, and they're like, oh, well, you're a bitch for that. Go fight him now. And I'm like, these people really don't know that OT really gets down like that, though. No shade against DDG, but they really don't think that OT gets down like that.
And DDG is a boxer. He's skilled with his hands. And you know, DDG nephew too. You know, that's Blueface's. Him and Blueface is very, very, very close. And
he's a great dude, and OT was really just co-signing that too, which was wild. But they're still going at him. It's like the comment section can't help themselves.
But see, you can't, bro. The comment section will pump you up, give you the gas, the weight to put on the gas pedal, and laugh at your ass when you hit the brick wall.
Yeah.
Wack, why you don't? Because I don't want to. We think, okay, well, you go do it. That ain't what I want to do.
Yeah, word.
I mean, but think about who's in the comment section. A nigga in Maine with some bifocals. You know what I'm saying? You got a motherfucker running around Tuscaloosa, Mississippi, some shit who don't know what the fuck is going on. But the internet is really their Bible. You get what I'm saying? It's their Bible, bro. Like, bro, when you talk to Christian people of the religious faith, that the Bible is they thing, how they do their research, that's their life. They ain't been to motherfucking Jerusalem, but they gonna tell you all about it. They gonna tell you all about the Virgin Mary. They gonna tell you all about what this happened and this happened. Bro, this internet, people will come on Clubhouse, and I can tell when they've been studying me on YouTube. Cause anything said about me on YouTube, that's what they say. You did this, you did that. They studied it. Where you from? Backwoods, Missouri. That's they Bible.
Yeah, word.
And if you believe in this, to us it's a tool. People I be telling people like, bro, unless you send it to me, I don't know what the fuck going on over there. The people I follow pop up. I'll go check out Danza shit. I'm gonna go check out a few people things. You know what I'm saying? But I don't wake up on that motherfucker researching. Just know what I know. People send it to me. I look at it. That's it. But to some people, that's their life, bro. For real, that's their life.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the peasants. I call them peasants.
I
be calling them peasants too. I be getting shit for calling them peasants. But I'm like, I mean, you could check me if you want. I'm with it. You know what I mean? Like I try not to get involved in shit. You feel me?
Yeah,
I really
but
don't.
Somehow,
I'll be out of the way.
They gonna pull you in something.
Yeah. Well, I'm with it. If they got to do it that way, then I'm with it. And then it's just gonna be. I mean, look, I'm gonna always be like. Charleston, he really did. He put a narrative on me that I tried to steal his bitch, right? Or I tried to backdoor him. That's how that shit happened. But it was money, right? But then the narrative that he puts out, word. So
that nigga wild, bro.
Yeah. So then he puts that out, and I'm like, I just don't like. I'm a loyal dude, and I honor that shit. So I'm like, this dude's saying some shit like that, pisses me off, so I'm gonna pop my shit. And then he's like, you wouldn't be mad. I'm like, nah, I'm definitely gonna be mad because I popped my shit, right? But I still see him. You know what I mean? I see him just the other day.
You do know you lost, right?
By even entertaining it, just like you said.
He knew when he said that it was a lie.
You mentioned it perfectly.
I told you.
And I still fell for it.
I said, now, if you would have ignored it, he'd have been like, you know what Charleston White told me? Charleston came on Clubhouse a couple years ago, right? When he come on there, like, Wack, Charleston in the room screaming your name, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, you ain't gonna go in there with You know what I did? Ignored him.
Yep.
By the time I seen him, he said, motherfucker, you the only motherfucker got me.
Yeah, he said that here too.
Because if you respond to what that's what he want.
But it was good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a troll too, and I've been trying to stay so far away from it. But it led to a lot of back and forth, and then new fans. You know what I mean? Even Akademiks called me up to get my side of the story and his side of the story, so all the people are watching us. And everywhere I go, yo, you really try to fuck his bitch? But I already know those are the same people. Those are the same people that are in the comment section saying Danza soft.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? If I see him, I let him know, and then all of a sudden, you really try to fuck his bitch because you know I fuck with you, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I know.
Bro, you gotta remember that the average person outside of work and whatever they, if they got kids, they don't got nothing to do. So they don't have no means of investigating if it's real or not.
Yeah.
They see it. Yo, you heard about Danza? Yo, he fucked Charleston bitch. How you know that? Oh man, it was up on such and such. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
90% of the shit on the internet is bullshit.
Yeah. But people love it, though.
The lie's more entertaining than the truth.
Yep.
You're really good with it, though. Like, you're somebody that, you have that special gift to, I do, too. I just try to stay the fuck away from it. I really do. But you really jump in there, and you'll give them even more ammunition to dive into it further. Because now they'll, like, believe it even further. You're like, yeah, actually, my exposers found that too. It'll be some complete bullshit. But then everybody's involved. Yeah. Yo, you hear, like, people hit me up now because I sat down with you already, right? So there's people that hit me up, yo, you seen what Wack just posted up?
Yeah, they go.
And I'm like, how can they not tell he's fucking with him?
Yeah.
But I just let it be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's just crazy.
Like, when you tell me, and they're gonna know after the fact, yo, we'll be like, yo, when you dropping that shit, Wack, I'm dropping that shit this date, right? I'm gonna go right on there and say, hey, at Danza Project, if you don't drop my motherfucking interview, nigga, I'm coming back over there, I'm gonna beat your ass. I know the date he dropping because he told it to me, right?
Yeah.
Yo, what the fuck is Wack talking about? Yo, let's see if he gonna drop it. Then he drops it. They mind gonna go to, Danza, you was scared. He was gonna whoop your ass. My mind is gonna go to, I made your ass go watch it. And I made you go watch all of the buff. You know what I'm saying? So now we got the watch time sky high. You get what I'm saying?
And that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna end the interview right here.
Yeah.
He gonna wake up and they gonna be tagging the shit out of me. And he just gonna shake his fucking head. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I'll do it out of nowhere. I'll be talking about some other shit. Oh yeah, by the way, Danza, you don't drop that motherfucking content I came over there to do by this motherfucking date. I'm pulling up and I'm gonna fuck you up.
Well, I just ordered some food. That's how we're gonna end the interview today. Wack,
we out.
I appreciate you for coming through. Let's keep doing this. I know it's a little difficult. I got a lot going on. I really do.
That's a good thing.
I'm trying to get it all. Like,
but that's a good thing. Whenever I see you, every time you're like, yo, Wack, I got the business. I'm expanding the business, or you're doing some family shit. That's a good thing.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm grateful for it.
Because we all been in that situation where it wasn't enough going on. Mm-hmm. Like, damn. That closed, that slowed down. Fuck when you know what I'm saying? We gotta rebuild, and when we rebuild, if we had 3 things going on, but now we gotta have 6. We gotta have 1 to reinforce the 3. Mm-hmm. And then we gotta plant the seeds, so when these fade out, this is sprouting. So that's a good thing, bro.
Yeah, it's a crazy world out here, but I love it. I love every moment of it. Orlando.
Yes, sir.
Sign us off, my brother.
We out.